I'm a consultant interventional radiologist at the Royal London Hospital, and I'm going to talk to you about my agentic AI radiology.netlify.app. The Royal College of Radiologists in 2024 held a census of all radiologists in the UK. They found out that there was a 30% shortfall of clinical radiology consultants. This huge gap in the workforce meant 100% of radiology leaders said that there's shortages causing delays for patient care, roughly £325 million per year in excess for reporting. Now, radiologists go from that, looking fresh, to haggard because they're being overworked and they're really getting into burnout. So until artificial intelligence can read and report diagnostic imaging, how can we make radiologists more efficient? So introducing radiology with the AI in radiology. So this app, you take voice, button clicks, or type texts as the input, and the AI agentic layer using Claude, where I've paid for a specific Anthropic API, perceives and interprets the natural language speech, converts it into structured findings, and then generates a full report. So that reasoning means that you can then act upon it to make this full report. This full formatted diagnostic CT report with laterality placeholders and default normal backgrounds, etc. And then that can be made for the radiologist to review to make them more efficient. So here we have a CT head, and on the CT head we can see there's nothing remarkable. It's a normal CT head. There's nothing much to comment on. So it's a normal CT head report. But in the abdomen, we can see all the structures are normal. The kidneys, the liver, the spleen, everything's normal. But the liver is quite fatty. The liver is darker than the spleen. And so we would say that this patient has fatty liver disease. So I'll say normal CT head with fatty liver, generate. And you can see now that it's automatically picked it up. It's now generated a report after I've clicked on the microphone there to give my verbal command. And it's a normal report with liver. So now, for example, I'm putting abdominal pain, let's say it's triple phase, and I'm going to click on some normal findings. When I click on normal abdo-pelvis as a quick preset, it comes with all the normal organs in the abdomen. But I want to also include the patient has fatty liver and splenomegaly, so they have abnormal liver and abnormal spleen. What this does is automatically nullifies the normal liver and the normal spleen segment. And I also want to say, let's say AAA. So the patient has got abdominal aortic aneurysm. Now it'll generate me a radiology report, which is fully structured, saying everything else is normal, bar the positive findings that I have inputted. As you can see there, it's a splenomegaly and abdominal aortic aneurysm. This is another patient where we can see they've got bilateral pleural effusion, so they've got some liquid or fluid on both sides of the lungs. And actually, on this scan, there's something else. I think there may be a pulmonary nodule, and you can see there, there's a small pulmonary nodule as well. So going back to my agentic AI, RAD report AI, I'm going to put down, you can see if I click on any of these buttons, normal CT angio, lower limbs, let's say I go down, no intracranial hemorrhage or no hydrocephalus, no skull fracture, all of these will give me normal findings. But in this particular case, I want to put down pleural effusion and pulmonary nodule. Actually, I put fatty liver, but I don't think there was a fatty liver. So I'll also put a normal chest report, but I'm going to get rid of the fatty liver and generate. And then let's have a look. And there we go. It's generated me a full structured report with a normal chest, but including the fact that the patient has a bilateral pleural effusion and a pulmonary nodule as well present. And then this is ready for me to edit, to interpret, and I've done that in seconds. I don't have to dictate any of that. And I can now print, I can even print this out into PDF and put it into the patient notes. This is another patient with a big intracranial bleed, so they've got blood in their brain because they've bled probably from an aneurysm or something. Let's have a look at their abdomen and pelvis. Okay, so this is their chest, and on the chest I can see that they've got a big bilateral pulmonary emboli, a saddle pulmonary embolus there as well. So the patient has got big blood clots in their lungs. Okay, anything else? Everything else in the lungs looks normal. Everything else, that's all fine. Okay, and what about in the abdomen? Oh, the gallbladder looks very bad. And it looks like they maybe also have some sort of cancer. So they've got gallbladder, inflamed gallbladder, which is cholecystitis. Now let's go back to the report. So I'm going to quickly, I'm going to click on intracranial hemorrhage, which they have, acute cholecystitis, they've got bowel obstruction, pulmonary embolism, and peritoneal carcinomatosis. That's a complex report, and it's generated a beautiful report with all the positive findings and everything else is normal. It's done that in seconds. It means I've saved time in reporting, and it's all done that at the drop of a pin. Thank you very much.